Welcome back. This is episode 3 of the Trucking Truth. I'm Rick. As you can see, once again, Rudis 389 glider. Little different setup on it, different paint scheme. Got my own company logo on it. Changed the trailer up on the paint. Gonna be hauling computers from Clovis, New Mexico over to Albuquerque. And having a little chat along the way. Oh, I hate coming out of this place. Today, I think we're gonna start. I may not have the room. Yeah, I do. It's gonna be crazy getting out of here, though. Hold on, traffic. Oh, we got her now. Not a problem. But I wanted to talk about the big T word. That's right, Trump. You see, I voted for Trump twice. If he runs a third time, will I vote for him? I mean, I guess if he's the Republican nominee, or somehow the Republicans throw up somebody retarded, and let's say he becomes a third party nominee, I would still vote for him. There's a few people out there, if they run, they're probably going to get my vote, even if Trump ran. And I can tell you now, ain't none of those people Democrats. But there's a lot of Republicans I don't like. A lot of Republicans that Trump exposed, and people seem to quickly just forget. You know, who can forget the spats between him and Ted Cruz in the Republican primaries? Who remembers that? I do. And now Cruz acts like Trump's his best friend, and it kind of bothers me that Trump does the same back and, you know, tells people to vote for Cruz when he basically kind of exposed how dirty of a politician Ted Cruz is during those primaries. But the reason I voted for Trump the first time was because I noticed when he first started running, everybody thought it was a joke. Everybody thought it was a joke. And then he started gaining momentum. And a lot of momentum quickly. And if you think back, you'll notice there was a moment where suddenly it wasn't just Democrats attacking him. Republicans were attacking him too. The right attacked him just as hard. And that's why I voted for him. And I told everybody at the time that's why he had my vote. Because when you have a candidate that both sides start attacking, when it becomes a possibility for that candidate to win, that's probably the guy you want in office. I voted for him the second time because hell, he did a good job the first go round. Why wouldn't I vote for him again? You know, and you're talking about elections where, you know, the choice is him or some demon rat, or Democrat if you prefer. And we see where that got us, right? If anybody during the Trump presidency had any kind of fantasies about what it would be like if a Democrat had made it in office, well, does your fantasy match up? Is this what you were imagining? Ooh, I bet it wasn't. But I will say this, and I'm probably going to take some heat from those on the right for saying it. There was a moment I lost a little respect for Trump, and it's the reason why there's a select few out there I would vote for ahead of him. And that was what happened on January 6th. Because I wasn't there, but I watched his speech on television. And for everybody to say nothing in that speech, you know, could have been taken as go down there and do what the people did. You're working off of technicalities. You know, if you write the words down in a transcript and then argue over the, you know, definition of each word, yeah, you're probably going to come to that conclusion. But I watched that speech. There was a feeling in the air there. You could see it just watching different live feeds. And the words he chose and the way he said the things that he did say, he definitely kind of walked that line. And I kind of felt like he wanted something to pop off. And then when it didn't completely pop off, because you notice when it very first started happening, you didn't hear from Trump. Like he just disappeared. He was gone. And then later on he comes out, you know, no, you shouldn't do this, da 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 da. This isn't what I was talking about, da la 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 la. Just in my opinion, and maybe he'd be in prison now if he followed my advice, but he should have come out and been the leader that everybody thought he was. And said, yeah, I kind of did that. I got the crowd in a frenzy. You know. Let those people go. And I'll take the rap. Whatever. But he didn't do that. That was a little disappointing to me. And then, oh my God, all the crap afterwards with trust the plan, trust the plan, trust the plan. And it's still going. Did you know that? There are still people out there that are going, this is all part of the plan. Trust the plan. Really, this is all part of the plan, huh? Well, if this is all part of the plan, the fucking plan sucks. Let's just be real. If this is the plan sucks, people. We need a better plan. And I don't know why more people don't talk about how Donald Trump broke the left. I mean, just absolutely snapped them into insanity, pure insanity. It's like you could see the foundations of everything cracking while Obama was in office. That was when people first started noticing how the fake news media wasn't really telling the truth all the time. And I love how people were shocked by it at first. Like that hasn't happened since the beginning of time. It's just, it seems like they got more ballsy. So ballsy they just started, they would watch us watch the truth in real time, in real life, and then turn around and tell us that's not what happened. And the crazy part is there are still people out there that every day sit down and watch the evening news, whatever shows are still on, Dateline 2020, I don't know. I don't watch the crap. I quit years ago. Years ago. Everybody should have. The second you could turn on a news station of, it could be local or it could be cable. We'll just say Fox and CNN. As far back as I can remember, once I was aware of politics and all, CNN, MSNBC, those were all Democrat. If you went there, every story was skewed to make Democrats look as good as possible and Republicans to look as bad as possible. And then you could go to Fox News and it was the direct opposite. Everything made the Democrats look as bad as possible and the Republicans look as good as possible. So how in the hell could somebody sit down and go back and forth from those channels and see the differences and think, I think we're getting the truth from them? Because, at least one of them has to be lying, and my money says both of them are lying. So, take it for what you want. But we haven't gotten the truth here in this country in a long damn time. A long damn time. And it's a shame because with where we're at, I don't see this country as it is now lasting another 20 years. Hell, I have my doubts it'll be just as it is now in another 10 years. But we'll have to see. And I will say this for everybody on the left that have been kind of winning since Biden got in office and the Democrats have been setting all the rules. Just remember that pendulum, it's always gone back and forth. It'll go to the left and then it'll swing to the right. And what the Democrats have done with the last election, you know what I'm talking about. And with all these insane mandates and power grabs, when that pendulum swung left, y'all grabbed it. Right when it stopped and started to come back right, y'all grabbed it and y'all pulled it even further left. But know this. You can't hold it forever. Keep pulling it left. Pull it as far as you want. Because when you do let go, it's going to come back to the right, and it's going to come with a vengeance. You better believe it. Some of you out there are going to get just what you're looking for. I hope I'm alive to see it. Well, damn, I thought this trip would take longer. I guess our conversation ain't going to be as quite as deep and thoughtful as I thought it might get. I wanted to get into some stuff tonight, but I don't know. I'm crunched for time here. I figured I'd get on and make a quick one. Try to keep the content flowing. What do y'all think about the Ukraine bullshit? It's a hell of a time for World War III to begin when we're sitting here with the worst president in the history of the United States. And that's saying something, because we have had some god-awful presidents. We've had some bad ones. And this guy Biden, oh my God. I just don't know. I'm losing faith in humanity. Let's see, where's my fuel at? I can go another 160 miles. Screw you, light. I'm making my delivery. I can't believe. Well, I just can't believe what the media wants me to believe. I mean, how are we supposed to go back to trusting the media? How are we supposed to trust elections? Why aren't people discussing this? Like, honestly, with everything that happened in 2020, how do we trust elections moving forward? Somebody explain it to me, because I got no faith in the system. I'm all out. And as far as people out there, you know, I watch a lot of Tim Pool's content. He's always preaching, you know, never violence, always peaceful. It must be done through peaceful protest, peaceful disobedience. How's that working out for the Canadians? How'd that work out for that convoy? And there's supposedly going to be another one here in the U.S., but I kind of see it going the same way as the one in Canada. Officials are going to come in and sweep them out. Because, see, unlike Black Lives Matter, you're not made up of majority people of color. Because you are the majority. Those out there looking for freedom and standing against mandates, you are not a fringe minority. You are the majority, and that's the problem. Because that means you're mostly white, because the majority in this country is mostly white. So therefore, you don't deserve a voice. You don't get the right to go out and speak your piece. But Black Lives Matter can go out and full-blown riot and loot. And that's okay. Crazy. People need to wake up. And to be honest with you, I don't think peaceful protests will get us where we want to be. I just don't. I don't know what will either. So don't go, oh, he's saying go be violent. I'm just saying peaceful protests ain't going to work. And now I got to back this son of a bitch up into the airplane. This is going to be fun. But I mean, it obviously isn't going to work. Didn't work in Canada. And you know, a lot of people say, well, there's still protests going on in Canada. Maybe. But, you know, I did encounter something on YouTube the other day that bothered me. Because I've been watching a lot of the live streams from Canada. And I saw, after supposedly police had already broke it up, it's the day after that, when they cleared a bunch of trucks, and I see one of these people are live again there. And I start watching it, and it's like all these people protesting and hollering and chanting, just like it was before. And I'm like, holy cow, did they move back in? Did they come back in? You know, are the protesters back? And it said live. And on the YouTube, you know, the little bar down there with the time, it said live. And then as I'm watching it, I start seeing what I saw 2 days beforehand. So even these people with these live streams on YouTube, you can't trust them no more than you could trust any CNN, Fox News, any of them. And actually, I'll tell you right now, if you had any damn common sense, you wouldn't trust nobody. Not even yourself. You will lie to yourself. You might not think you will, but you will. Ask a drug addict. If you'll lie to yourself so fast, it ain't funny. I don't trust nobody. Everybody will turn on you. I don't care what they say. Everybody's capable of turning on you. And we're going to have to straighten up. Move that trailer to the left. And as long as you go through life with that, you know, I'm not saying you can't have a close friend or someone you call brother. No, because there's a guy out there right now, truck driver. Old Ducky Watkins. Shout out to you. I call him my brother all the time. But I do know that if somebody kidnapped one of Ducky's little ducklings and told him that it was me or his duckling, I'm a goner, right? And it'd be the same the other way around. That's why I say everybody is capable of turning on you. Don't trust anybody. If you don't want something repeated, don't fucking say it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that easy. And look at here, we done put her in the hole. Literally. You ever see plane give birth to a big truck? It gives birth out the front. Ain't that weird? It's been a while since I've had to back into this plane. There's a few of them on the map. I'm usually, if I'm backing into one, it's the one in Denver. I think this is the first time I've been to this one in Albuquerque, but that's gonna do it for this trip. Another one in the books, people. Look at there. We got 3 down. Who knows what's going to be discussed in episode 4? Lord help us. Till next time, keep trucking.